name is Quinn, my pronouns are they, them, and welcome to my channel, Lucid Moons. I am back with another video today, another little recap of 2025. I know y'all are probably sick of seeing all the recap videos, but I really did want to hop on and just do a fun video, take a look at some decks that really stood out to me, both Tarot and Oracle in 2025, as well as look ahead to 2026 and show off some of the decks that are new or newer or new-ish to me, or ones that I haven't used yet that I'm really excited to work with next year. So in the first part, I'm going to show you 6 Tarot and 6 Oracle that I really fell in love with in 2025. These are not necessarily new releases. I think most of them are not new releases. They were new or new-ish to me in 2025. I do keep track of the year that I purchase all my decks, but up to this point, I have not tracked the exact month. So it's kind of hard for me to know exactly when I received all of these decks. But these are the ones that I really felt like I dove into and really got to know better this year, and they really stood out and made their mark on me. And yeah, I do apologize. It's evening and I'm working with a ring light right now, so I apologize that I don't have some super nice natural lighting for you, but it's my last evening before going back to work tomorrow, and so I just wanted to you know, take advantage of my downtime and do something fun and show off some of my cards. So without further ado, let's jump in. Okay, so we are going to start with my top 6 tarot decks, or I guess I'm going to kind of reframe this. And I had to kind of reframe it when I was thinking of what I was going to choose for this video. As I mentioned in my last video, my tarot practice definitely ebbed and flowed. I had some time away from tarot. I wasn't super consistent in my tarot readings and my practice this past year. And so in preparation for this video, and I was trying to think of like my top decks, like, I don't know, thinking of it in that like kind of hierarchical way was stressing me out. And also I just filmed the end of year tarot tag as a VR to Chanel days. I'll link that down below if you haven't checked it out yet. But I did include some of my top decks, and as well as ones I'm excited to work with in 2026 in there. But I decided to show completely different decks in this video. So it's not really like the best of the best or the top, or like they're not ranked and they're not in any kind of order. These are just decks that really stood out to me. I wanted to revisit them, give them their flowers, and also look ahead to some of the new decks that I'm really excited about for the new year. So that's what's going on. This first deck is the Tarot for All Ages, and this is by Elizabeth Hadel. And this is a gorgeous and super underrated mass market deck. Now, I had seen this deck and I don't know what it was. Like, I think the name threw me off because yes, it is a like child-friendly deck. And I think part of me was like, oh, I don't need that. Like, I don't need a child-friendly deck. And I never really gave it a chance or looked at the artwork. And then I saw it on someone's channel. I think it was the Egyptian Mystic. I saw it on her channel and I was like, wow, this deck is actually so beautiful. And I really love the artwork and the interpretations of the cards. And so I got to know this deck a lot better this year. I love these backs. I think that they are so precious and so beautiful. And the colors used in this artwork is just absolutely stunning. I adore kind of this, I don't know, it's almost like you can see the little paint strokes, or I'm not really sure exactly what medium, maybe it was colored pencil or something, but it's so beautiful. I love the color palette. It's a little bit of a limited color palette. We have a lot of this beautiful kind of like, oh, what's the word? Periwinkle, or like, oh, like a cornflower blue, maybe. And these beautiful oranges, kind of some mustard yellow. Here's an example of what makes this a more like child-friendly deck. It's renamed the Devil to Greed. So it's a little less scary for maybe younger readers, or maybe even just like beginner readers, or people maybe you're like giving a reading for a client or a friend who might be a little more scared. This would be a really great option because it does kind of like soften some of the harsher cards, which obviously I don't like that in every single situation, but I do think that it's really sweet that there is there are options out there that do that, especially with the intention for this to be like a comforting and a useful deck for self-reflection for all ages. And I truly believe that this is a deck for all ages. So the name, even though it threw me off and it kind of turned me off at first, I do think it's fitting, but I don't know, maybe it would have been better to do something that was a little less like, I don't know, make it seem like it's just for kids. But I love the pentacle suit. They're like these beautiful discs, and oh my gosh, it's just so gorgeous. So this is a really fun deck. I really enjoy using it. I find the artwork to be really stunning, and I think that the depictions of the cards are beautiful. You can see that the pips are pip-ish, but not like true pips, I guess. But they're very simplistic, and I really, really enjoy this type of pips. Like, it's like pips with feelings, maybe a little more scenic than that, but an underrated beauty. This strength card, let's just take a moment. Like, that is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. So I really enjoyed getting to know this deck this year. This was tarot for all ages. All right, the next tarot deck that really stood out to me in 2025 was the Enchanted Tarot, aka the Zerner-Farber Tarot. I forget which one is like which. There's different editions. I love these packs. They're so fun. So this is the edition with the big colorful borders that some people love and some people hate. I love them. I love the colorful borders. I love the ginormous cards. It's perfect for me. But there is, I think this is the newer edition, and then the older one has smaller borders. I don't know. Don't get mad at me. I can't remember. I got this thrifted, and it came with that bag that it came in. I love this deck. This originally came out in the 90s, so it is by no means a new release, but it was a new to me deck, and I just am in awe of Amy Zerner's fabric collage skills. Like, I cannot even comprehend how she creates these beautiful pieces all from fabric, and I'm just always in awe. I love the colors. I think that these crazy colorful borders actually, in my opinion, really enhance and bring out the beautiful colors that are in these tapestries. And I just had so much fun reading with this deck. This is one I used back, you know, in the springtime around Valentine's Day. It feels very romantic. There's all these kind of like angels and these beautiful ladies and lots of pinks and purples and blues and pastel colors. Like, look at this gorgeous composition. I really, really couldn't believe that I waited so long to get this deck because I love it so much. I'm a huge fan of collage artwork, and the fact that these are all made with fabric, like, once again, just blows my freaking mind. Look at this Queen of Hearts. She is so beautiful. So yeah, this is one that was kind of like an instant connection, an instant favorite. I'm so glad that I own it. I'm so glad that I got the edition that I got. So that is the Enchanted Tarot by Zerner and Farber. Okay, the next tarot deck that really stood out to me this year is the R Black Tarot by R Black. I can't remember what the R stands for. Richard, maybe? I can't remember. I'm sorry. This was a really long anticipated deck for me. Oh, there's the guidebook. I had pre-ordered it, I think, back in 2024, and it was a little bit of a pricey one. It took a little bit to get to me, I think like over a year, but it finally came, and I just love it so much. This was a re-release of an older deck, and I just think that this art is so beautiful and really, really interesting interpretations of the tarot cards, which is something that I really appreciate. I feel like we're a little bit out of focus here. Let me try to do this and see if this helps us focus a little bit more. Maybe. I do apologize for the lighting and everything. I hope that it's still you know, watchable. But it has a little bit of a limited palette. Like, this is a really interesting Six of Pentacles. We have like a businessman who is without shoes crying, and then this kind of religious figure is giving him some sandals. Like, that's just such an interesting depiction of that card that I really love. I am obsessed with this world card, this beautiful intricate sand mandala that a monk has made, and now he is just wiping it aside. Like, the journey has been completed, and you know, your work is over and you're going to start over and create space for the new. I think that's so beautiful. So really beautiful artwork. I love these bold kind of flat images. There's my card, Capricorn baby, the devil. And I love these like really beautiful blues, yellows, reds. The colors are really expressive, and the characters are really fun. Like, this is such a great little moment for the Four of Wands. I feel like it really like perfectly demonstrates. Very RWS, but with a lot of creative flair here. I have a beekeeper for the Son of Pentacles. A beautiful Two of Cups. Yeah, huge fan of our Black's work. Let's get one more beautiful Temperance card here. So that one really stood out to me this year. Really grateful to own it and have that one in my collection. That is the Our Black Tarot. Okay, another new to me deck, and also this was re-released this year via Kickstarter. This is the Blue Earth Tarot by Allison Davies. I fell in love with this deck, y'all. I'm using it right now. I used it when I first got it in a little bit. I'm using it right now for the month of January. It is so good. It is so beautiful. It's such a gorgeous, like, just like the production quality. Yeah, like Allison Davies ate this up, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love these backs. We have this beautiful silver gilding, and sometimes with gilded decks, the shuffle gets crazy or it hurts. Let me show you something. Oops, that was my fault, but the shuffle is a dream. It's so nice, and it's not super bowed. Like, yes, all of it, all of it. So this is, make sure I say it right, cyanotype, which, if you don't know what that is, it's a photography technique. So basically, she has like this cute little, I'll just show you guys, like it came with it. So it tells you this was the first person to ever use it. That person used it to document algae. So basically, you can use the sun or a UV bulb. You put the object on top of a paper coated with cyanotype chemicals, and then you wash it, and when it dries, it like shows the image. So everywhere else turns blue and everything else is like white. So it's just so cool. I really was excited to have a deck that was made with this really cool technique. Oh, we're doing this, sorry. I'll get it right someday, I promise y'all. You know I'm not the most professional, but the results are just such, once again, like such a calming, oh no. Hopefully it's just this one. Hopefully I didn't shuffle wrong. Okay, I think we're okay. Such a calming, like refreshing breath of air. It's so quiet. It's like a quiet deck that speaks to you in a whisper. And you can see these beautiful, some of them have these beautiful like collage of different images. So this Fool has coyotes, which I love. I love coyotes. I have a large tattoo of a desert with a coyote, a desert at night. Speaking of the magic of the desert and how much I love it, on my, I have a half sleeve basically. So I love coyotes for the Fool, to bring in that canine element. And yeah, it's so simple. It's so gorgeous, and it's not a deck that's gonna like scream the answers at you. It's one that maybe you're gonna need to sit with a little bit and really quiet your mind and listen to what the deck is trying to say to you. But oh my god, it's gorgeous. And I've been pairing it with these blue bones, which I showed in which is brand new to me, and I showed in the end of your tarot tag, so I'm not going to show it in this video, but I'm obsessed with that deck right now. I'm like completely obsessed. And if you like blue, because blue's my favorite color, so I'm like, I can't get enough blue. If you like blue, this with these blue bones is like mwah, mwah, chef's kiss. So gorgeous. If you don't like too much matchy color, then don't do it, because it's a lot of blue, but I personally love it, and it's just such a moody pair. So moody. It's like just, it's perfect for this time of year, the winter, the quiet, the cold. It's not cold where I'm at. Well, it's been a little rainy, but it's been pretty warm. But yeah, I just totally fell in love with Blue Earth Tarot this year, and I'm so grateful. I'm so glad. I was a little unsure if it would be for me, but I'm so freaking glad that I backed the Kickstarter, because it's absolutely wonderful. So that's it. That is the Blue Earth Tarot. All right, so another new to me deck that I just absolutely adore. This is the Lighted Window Tarot by Lindsay Hook, who also goes by Lantern Print Co. That's the name of their business. I adore this little deck right here. It is just so freaking lovely. Let's take a look at these gorgeous backs. I love a simple back, as y'all may know about me. I love an intricate back, but I also love a simple back. Here's our beautiful gold edges, and we have our death card right on top, which is so gorgeous. I'm gonna do this. I feel like the camera likes it a little bit better when I do this. This is just a really beautiful deck. It is a pip deck. Definitely pips with feeling that I love and can get behind. I am a pip deck enjoyer, especially pips with feeling. But I think that these characters and these depictions are just so beautiful. This definitely feels like a breath of fresh air. This definitely feels like one of those decks that lowers your blood pressure. I love the cup suit because all of the little cups are also unique and so beautiful. And I just love these really gorgeous, soft, but kind of earthy colors. I love this Justice. It's like a little witchy setup here. It definitely feels like a deck where you can kind of put yourself into the images, and it just feels so calming and so relaxing. I can't tell if I feel like this is more of like a spring deck or a fall deck. Or maybe summer, I don't know. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, this could be summer. Maybe this does feel like summer. Y'all will have to let me know what you think down below. Because sometimes it feels a little chilly, you know? So sometimes oftentimes spring is kind of chilly and kind of cold and kind of cozy still. But obviously those vibes make you think of fall as well. Or maybe like a cool summer night, or early, when you get up early in the morning and there's still a little bit of chill in the air. It's just so beautiful, and the quality of the cardstock is just so exquisite. I love it so much. Oops, what do we got going on here? What is this? Must have been a reading. I really love this King of Wands. I think the court cards feel very like approachable in this deck, and I could just keep gushing about it all day. I was hoping I would find the Hierophant card because I really like it. Let's see if I can find it in here. Oh god. Go fast. I realized I forgot to flip them. Okay. I love these little pentacles, like little terrariums. Look at this gorgeous knight. I love her hair and her fierce gaze. Where's my Hierophant? Beautiful Wheel of Fortune. I love that. Yes, this orange in the wands is very fall coded for me. Gorgeous. Beautiful Temperance, the little finger. Love that 7. Okay, we know it's gonna be like the last card. This devil card's really nice. I'm seeing a lot of devil cards standing out to me today, I guess. It's still Capricorn season, bitch. It looks like a mirror, and I love a mirror in the devil card. Makes me think a little bit less of a hard hitter than the Blood Moon Tarot, but love that one. Okay, I guess we're gonna look at the whole damn deck. Oh, here it is, finally. So I love this Hierophant card. Obviously, you can see the saguaros. I'm from Arizona. I've lived in Arizona my whole life, so reminds me of home. But I think the sense of finding connection to a higher power through nature, through looking up at the stars in the desert at night, like I really just, that really speaks to me as someone who adores the beauty of the desert and has a lot of respect for the power of the desert, but it holds a really special magic and a really special beauty. And this is definitely one of the cards that made me want to purchase this deck, and I'm so glad I did because it's absolutely stunning. So this is the Lighted Window Tarot. All right, and the last one I wanted to shout out was another deck that was not new, but it was new to me this year. This is the Queer Tarot by Ash and Chess. This is just a really playful and a fun one. And I love these backs. These may be some of my favorite backs ever. I'm just obsessed with the color and the pattern, like, yes. This is an RWS clone. I have a lot of RWS base decks. I don't have a lot of clones, and like, I know it's debated what is considered a clone or not. This would be one that I do consider to be a clone because it mirrors pretty much the exact scenes in Pamela Coleman Smith's original artwork. It just spices them up a little bit and adds some pizzazz and some gay. It adds some gay, and I'm here for it. So I think that this is just so fun. It took me a while to get this deck, but I got it for a gift to myself during Pride Month this year, back in June, and I am obsessed. I think that it is just such a fun take on the RWS. I'm sure everyone and their grandma has seen this deck a million times, so I won't spend a ton of time on it, but I just love the colors. We have the lesbian flag. By the way, I feel like the lesbian flag is like the most beautiful flag. I love the color palette, but I love the colors. I love that it's based on real queer people out there in the world, which is really cool. Hey, we have another Arizona scene. Love the Sonoran Desert, if I haven't made that clear yet. But yeah, it's just such a fun take. I love the quality of this deck. Like, I won't say that it's like the best cardstock in the world, but I think that they chose really well. It's like a really, I'm not good at describing cardstock, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, but it feels like really smooth and like matte, and it just feels right. It just feels right. I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like, it's like I can like see textures in this deck, even though it's just a card. It's like a piece of cardstock, right? So like, but I feel like I can feel all of these little textures, and even like the texture of this orange. It's just so sumptuous. I really, really love it. And you know, I don't own like a true RWS deck anymore with Pamela Coleman Smith's original artwork. This is like probably the closest thing I have to a clone, and I feel like it's a damn good one, and it's a fun one. I would definitely take this out to do like readings at a festival or something if I ever were to do that, or to go to a party. It would be really easy to read, really lighthearted, really fun, and it's just such a cute one. It's such a cute one. I love this Knight of Cups. It's so cute. So yeah, that's one that I really just love. Kind of one that took me a while to buy as well, because you know, it's mass market and you're like, I'm not in a hurry, and like, oh, it's an RWS clone, whatever. But I'm so glad I snagged it because it's just so me. It's so me. Is it like super like revolutionary? I mean, no, maybe yes, in some ways yes, but is it like really cute and fun and well done and like all of the cool queer vibes? Absolutely. Like, definitely feels like a really fun spring or summer deck to me, and I love it so much. I'm excited to continue to work with it in this upcoming year. So that is it for the top 6, or just some of the 6 tarot decks that really stood out to me in 2025. Okay, let's talk oracles. Oracle standouts of 2025. We're gonna start with a banger. This is the Enigma Oracle by, let's see, make sure I'm saying, I think it's Danielle Martinez, but let's make sure I'm not making that up. Okay, so, dang. Oh, Danielle Martinez Diaz. I should know this. Danielle Martinez Diaz. Yes, sorry, that was not in camera. Okay, this guy is actually local to Tucson, where I live in Arizona, which is really cool. I've never seen him around or anything. I just learned that about him. So this is an oracle deck that can also be played as like a loteria game. If you don't know what loteria is, it's like Mexican bingo. So I haven't done that yet, but it comes with little loteria cards in the background, and you can use like a frijol or like, you know, a dried bean or whatever, a ripped up piece of paper, and you can actually play like loteria with this deck, which I haven't done yet, but I would love to because it's so fun and I love this concept. Once again, this is just like the quality. When I tell you the quality, like, oh my God, it's amazing. So you can play it as a game. And, oops, there's one more. Okay, cute little guidebook. Just, oh my God, it feels so good. That's like a rose petal. And it has a box within a box, which I don't usually like, but I'll let it slide this time for if it's like a nice indie deck like this. Okay, this is, when I tell you this is the most gorgeous, slippery, delectable linen, I'm not lying to you. And I love this because the artwork is like wham. This pairs like a dream with the Our Black Tarot that I just showed, with these reds and blacks and like very stark contrasting flat colors. And I think that these are just such interesting words to have on an oracle. I have another one of Danielle Martin Diaz. Danielle Martin Diaz's deck's The System Oracle, which is also just a brilliant masterpiece work of art. I'm obsessed with this. On our Devil Capricorn energy, in our Devil era, like, yes. But all of his decks really explore kind of some really interesting and unique concepts like transhumanism and AI and just weird shit that I love. And I really enjoyed working with this so much. Check out these keywords like visitation, and we have a UFO. Like, how fucking rad is that? Telepathy. It goes hard. This deck goes hard, and I'm all about it. I'm a huge fan. Huge shout out to Daniel. Amazing, amazing work. You can tell it was really well made and well thought out and super unique. So that is the Enigma Oracle. Okay, the next oracle, and once again, just want to remind you, these are not in any like ranking or order. They're just random. This is the Seashell Oracle. This is one of the Broccoli Mag decks. I actually got 3 of these decks this year, all gifted to me by my amazing partner and one of my amazing friends who spoil me. And this is a really beautiful collage deck. So this is the one I was thinking of which of the Broccoli Mag decks I wanted to include in this top 6 kind of countdown, whatever. This is the one that I felt like I got the most use out of and worked with the most. And I really like the softness of this artwork. Now, I've heard a lot of people rightfully criticizing these decks lately on TarotTube, and I think the criticism is deserved because it gives you like a title and 3 keywords, and sometimes they don't make any fucking sense, like together as a whole. This one I feel like I get it. Defense, vulnerability, and tenderness, I get those. Let's see. Happiness, humility, quietude. I don't even know if I'm even saying that. Like that one is like, yeah, it's giving you 3 keywords, and sometimes they're very different. And I understand why some people find it to be like confusing. I like it based on the way that I have chosen to work with this deck, and I'll tell you what that is, and maybe it will help you. I just look at those 3 keywords when I'm doing my reading, and I just pick one, okay? I pick the one that makes the most sense for the reading that I'm doing, and I run with it. If it was like that one that was like, you know, like even this one, persistence, opportunity, and cunning, I feel like those ones relate, right? Like they make sense together, so maybe I'd kind of take the message as a whole. But like this one, for fragility, fertility, and sanctuary, to be honest with you, I would probably just pick one of those and run with it, you know, and that would be my word for the day or whatever, you know, for the reading that I'm doing. So yeah, I just try to simplify it. I see which one is speaking to me most and I run with that. I don't try to like combine them and like deduce the puzzle because that would be too crazy. But anyways, if you have these decks and you have that similar issue with reading them, maybe try it. Let me know how it goes. But I just think that the artwork is so beautiful. The collage work is so delicate and so gorgeous. Now I have this one, the mushroom and the cosmic, or celestial, sorry, not cosmic, the celestial. Am I saying that right? Yeah, I think it's called the Celestial Oracle. The other one I would be mostly interested in grabbing is the flowers one because I just think it's really pretty. And I feel like the celestial and the mushroom one are kind of like dark, and the flower in this one are very like bright and light, so it would be kind of nice to have one more, you know, to round it out. But I have a very passionate practice of working with ocean decks every July, ocean and mermaid and that kind of stuff. I know there's many of you out there that do the same, and so this is like a perfect pair for many of my ocean decks and many other decks as well. So I really think it's a great one. So that is a Seashell Oracle. Okay, the next Oracle deck that I got this year that I really, really love and adore and I don't see very often and I want to show it off a little bit and give it some love is the Dreaming Oracle by Kara, Roxanne, and Melissa Chianta. This is such a cutie and it comes with this juicy guidebook, which we love. And I just wanted to read you. So it's a dream work oracle, but I don't think that it necessarily, you don't need to use it for dream work. It's definitely like just a good all-around oracle. But it says, we chose to name our creation the Dreaming Oracle because divining is in a way very similar to dreaming. And with this deck in particular, the oracle is dreaming right along with you, the diviner. Divination taps into the unconscious just like dream interpretation does. They both offer us information from the unseen. Before we made this deck, we regularly asked oracle or tarot cards for information about the meaning of our dreams with helpful results. This deck, created from a Jungian perspective, is specifically tailored for that purpose. It is meant to help you explore the myriad internal dynamics that make you who you are, as well as introduce you to some basic principles of Jungian psychology. Really cool, really interesting concept, and it seems like the two creators, the author and the artist, have like a beautiful friendship that they developed over the course. I love these backs. So I think that this deck is available on Etsy from, I want to say it was shipping from the UK because I remember the shipping was expensive, but I found like a random ass food co-op in California or something that was carrying it. So I saved a little bit on shipping that way, but look how precious this is. Nurture, are you fucking kidding me? That is so sweet. So I bought this, you know, I'll be honest, I bought this to pair specifically with the Playful Heart Tarot. It pairs so freaking well. It's adorable because I find that to be a hard deck to pair, and this just meets the energy so perfectly. But honestly, this is a beautiful deck in its own right, and it stands on its own for sure. I think that this artwork feels really childlike, which is why it feels it feels like a perfect pair for Playful Heart. But I also think that it has some really just like kind of like typical keywords, and then some really interesting ones as well in here, and like grief, like, you know, trust, these beautiful colors and these sweet little figures that look like little stuffed animals or little fey creatures or something, like lifeblood. So it has some interesting concepts in here, but very usable out of the box. You can see that you don't necessarily need to use this like in a dream setting. You could literally just use this as an oracle and it would do great. Sunset. Beware. There's like a bear that's about to eat this little fox guy. Agape. How interesting. Topsy-turvy. Like, it has some really interesting little keywords in here, and it's just so sweet and so beautiful. I wish the cardstock was a little better, but it doesn't deter me. Anxiety and roots. So such a fun one. This is the Dreaming Oracle. All right, the next one, I got to shout out the Pvrgatorivm Heks. This is by Mr. Freeborg. I got this as an add-on with the Sirena Tarot. So maybe I did purchase it. I think I got it in 2024, but I didn't use it until 2025, really. And it's so good. It's so good. Okay. These are the backs. Oh, sorry. No, the cross it's an upright cross, not an upside down cross. My bad. I think. Yeah, okay. So this deck is dark humor at its finest, okay? It is definitely poking fun at puritanical Christian beliefs and things like that. And it makes for something that just feels so witchy, so kind of dark and creepy, but when you actually look at it, it's so funny. Like, I find this deck to be hysterical. There's definitely a darkness here, but I don't think it's taking itself seriously at all after getting to work with it. And I love it. It's raunchy, it's inappropriate. Baby, there's like a bassinet on fire. And it's just great. And I have such a good time when I work with this deck. Definitely a good one. If you want kind of a dark vibe, but something that's still humorous, and definitely one that's cheeky and doesn't take itself seriously. I'm not sure if this one's still in print or not, so I do apologize if it's not, but so yep, I love this deck. This is the Pvrgatorivm Heks. Okay, so another new to me oracle that I really love and think is just not super well known is the Transmutation Oracle by Niku Bafti. This is a really beautiful deck. I think I have shown it on my channel at least once before. It doesn't have a lot of cards. That's my biggest complaint, but look at these backs. Like, they are so beautiful and this artwork is incredible. So I discovered this deck at first when I went to Tarot Arts in the LA area, which really cool store, shout out to them. And they had a demo deck of this, but they were out of stock. They didn't have the actual deck in stock, and I was like so sad because it was so unique and I had never heard of it before, and tarot is like one of my obsessive interests. So when I don't hear about a deck or I don't know about a deck, that's like really means something usually. And so I kind of kept my eye on it, and I eventually purchased it from, where did I get it from? Did I get it from, I think you can get it from the metaphysical, or no, sorry, the philosophy, wait, where'd it go? Philosophical Research Society. I think you can get it directly from them, but I can't remember if that's where I got it or if I got it from Little Red Tarot. I can't remember, I'm so sorry, but it is out there. You just have to kind of watch for it, and I believe Tarot Arts does stock it on and off when it comes out. This is the cover art, like physical body. It's so beautiful. It's all about spiritual transmutation, and I think that it's just has this gorgeous artwork, very, very evocative keywords, and it's just kind of a hidden gem, you know, and I'm really glad that I got my hands on it this year. Look at this, alter state. Yes. Correspondence. Oh my God, it's amazing. It's a little woo-woo, but just the right amount that I can get behind it. Ignition. It's a gorgeous deck. So really wanted to shout that one out for this year. This is the Transmutation Oracle. Final Oracle deck that I just absolutely fell in love with and adored working with in 2025 was When Olga Speaks by our very own Sasha Lopez. This was a much anticipated and long awaited deck for me. I was absolutely thrilled to back the Kickstarter, and I was so happy to get it in my hands. I think that Sasha is just absolutely incredible. I was not sure if it was going to land with me, but once I got it in my hands and I read the introduction in the guidebook and I looked through the cards, I started crying. I mean, this is a deck that just brought me to tears. I relate so much to her speaking about the connections that she had with her grandmother, which inspired this deck. And I relate a lot to that because I lost both of my grandmothers in the same, you know, within like a span of like 10 months or less, actually, in a span of like 8 months. In mid 2020 and early 2021, and I was very close with both of my grandmothers. One of them was taken by COVID, unfortunately, and the other one, you know, died just from, you know, other health complications, not due to COVID or anything like that, but it was really hard. It was a really hard year, especially because the one that was taken from COVID, it really felt like she was taken too early and that she had more time left, and I really was sad to miss out on my time with her because I would always try to go visit her. You know, she lived in Iowa, and that anytime I would go, I would try to go visit her every couple years and hang out with her, and I would write down stories. I have journals with stories about her life that I wrote down, and both of them were just really incredible women and really beautiful people, and so this deck really like helps connect me with them. And I think that Sasha's connection with her grandmother is absolutely beautiful and so inspiring. And I'm just so grateful that this deck exists. I think it is so powerful. And I treasure it so near and dear to my heart. Sorry for getting emotional, but, you know, that was like 5 to 6 years ago now. And the grief doesn't go away, you know. So I love this deck. And I'm really grateful to own it. This is When Olga Speaks. Okay, so those were 6 tarot and 6 oracle that I really fell in love with in 2025. And now let's look ahead to some of the decks I'm excited to work with in 2026. So these are all new-ish decks that I have not yet busted out and worked with. I am going to have another video, a tarot haul video coming in sometime in January when all of my birthday presents to myself come in, because I did a little bit of a haul, a little bit of a splurge on myself, as well as some of the decks that I was gifted over the holidays for my birthday and Christmas and my anniversary. So I'm saving all of those for a later video, a big juicy haul video, which I'm excited to do because I haven't really done one of those before. So these are all decks that I'm going to show you that I've had for a little bit longer. They weren't like holiday gifts or anything, but they're ones that are really gorgeous and I'm super excited to work with next year. So I have 6 again, but this time I only have 2 tarot and 4 oracle on the list. So the first one, we'll start with tarot. The Dust to Onyx. This is a pocket edition. I finally got this deck this year. I am so excited. I finally got my hands on it. I've wanted it forever. And I got it from Little Red Tarot. That's why I was questioning if I got Transmutation Oracle. I think I did get Transmutation Oracle from Little Red Tarot as well, which is why. So Little Red Tarot, if you don't know, it's a really cool queer tarot website. They have like decks for sale, but they also have other stuff and tools and information and like a tarot course. Super cool. They're based out of the UK, so you have to pay more for shipping if you live in the US like I do, but I think that's why I picked up the Transmutation Oracle, and then another deck I'm going to show you all came at the same time. So they all made it into this video. This, I don't like these backs, I'm sorry, but beautiful quality though on this deck. And this is a deck that I've wanted for so long. I really wanted the bigger one, but I decided to be economical and get the small one. This is so gorgeous. This is like a multimedia collage style of art, and Holy shit, these cards are powerful. They are beautiful. They are intense. This deck is intense. I haven't worked with it yet because I think it feels a little daunting, but I'm really excited to dive in 2026 and really get to know this one because it's a deck that definitely commands respect. It's one that I think I'll be probably drawing like one card at a time, maybe two, but these feel like cards that need to be studied and sat with and held. And yeah, it's gorgeous. Oh, I forgot to say who created it. This is by Courtney Alexander, and it's incredible. I don't know if it's picking up on camera. Oh my God, are we having focusing issues again? I hope not, I'm so sorry. But it has these beautiful gold accents on every single card, and it's absolutely just like next level beautiful. So I'm really, really excited. I have kind of like a mini collection of decks by Black creators. I was thinking about maybe doing a little mini collection video. Let me know if that's something you are interested in seeing, because I have some really fucking cool decks by Black creators that I would love to show off and showcase, because yeah, they deserve it. They're fucking awesome. Actually, the next one is one as well that I'm excited to show you. So definitely excited to be working with Dust to Onyx. A very, very beautiful, powerful, gorgeous, incredible, sumptuous deck. And I can't wait. All right, everyone. Sorry about that. My phone died while recording, and I think my last video fully captured. Hopefully, we'll see. But I decided to let my phone charge up, and I took my dogs for a walk, which was really nice. So let's take a look at the other tarot deck that I have for you guys that I'm excited to work with. It's another one from the Little Red Tarot. I'm not sure if it's still available. I don't think that this deck is still in production as far as I'm aware. And from my research, the only place that I found that I could get it was through Little Red Tarot. So because the shipping was so high, I was like, well, I'll get a couple other decks that I've been wanting, you know, from this really cool shop. And then, you know, of course you had to pay the shipping, but I am obsessed with these backs. These are so fun. This is, oh, I forgot to tell you what it is. This is the Shrine of the Black Medusa Tarot. The creator, let's see, I don't know if, I think they just go by Black Medusa Tarot online. This is a really fun maximalist collage deck. Some of the cards are landscape, which I personally enjoy. I know a lot of people don't like that. This is also by a Black creator. This is a Black non-binary artist, and I absolutely love this deck. I love collage work, as I mentioned before, and this one is just so bold, so in your face, so out there. I saw years ago, I wish I could remember who it was, but I saw a creator make a video in which they assigned different decks to rising signs. And this was a deck that they selected for Aries rising, and I'm an Aries rising, and so I really feel it. It's a little more Thoth inspired than RWS, but it's just kind of wacky, kind of wild, super colorful, super bold, super fun, and just different, you know? It doesn't feel like a deck that was trying to be super polished. Like, it feels more like a deck that's trying to express itself, and just it's loud and proud, and it feels very queer. It feels very defiant in a way, and I just love it so much. Have not gotten a chance to work with it yet. What is that? So interesting. But definitely looking forward to working with it in 2026. I think this is definitely going to be a summer deck for me. Definitely feels like a hot, sexy, spicy summer vibe, and I love it. So this is the Shrine of the Black Medusa Tarot, a deck I'm very, very excited to have and to work with next year. The rest of the decks that I want to show you are all Oracle decks. So I have 2 mass markets that we'll start with, an indie, and then I have another little unicorn out of print that I'll save for the end in case anyone wants to skip it. So the first one that I want to show you is this absolutely adorable little Oracle deck. I believe this was a new release in 2025. I could be wrong. It's a newer release, though, for sure. This is by Ariel Cuspi and Olga Baumer. I think this is just so freaking cute. Okay, let me situate myself. Super cute little guidebook. Oh yeah, it's a nice guidebook. I love these backs. This is reminding me, is this, who published this? This is just the little Chronicle books. Yes. I think that was the same for Tarot. Oh, this one, the Tarot for All Ages. Let's see. Oh no, this is Lawrence King. Okay, sorry. Totally off there. Just the backs kind of looked similar in the style of the box and stuff, but I love these little backs. And oops, this is just so sweet and so darling, and I'm really excited to have it because I don't have a lot of kind of more cutesy Oracle decks. I only have a couple, and I have a ton of really adorable and cutesy tarots, and I think that this is going to be just perfect to pair. I think this is going to look so good with things like the Star Spinner Tarot, things like that. And I just love, it has like different animals, it has mythical creatures, it has real people, and I just think the art style is so precious. I love this little wolf card. As you can see, it doesn't have keywords, it has titles, which I know is a deal breaker for some people, but I don't mind. I feel like they could be, a lot of them are intuitive, or, you know, I don't mind relying on the guidebook. I love that there's a dancer's card because I'm a dancer and a performer. This is such a cute, I love that it says the Guardian because it's so gender neutral, and for people like me who are child free, but I did work with youth for the majority of my career. I no longer am, but I did work with youth throughout the majority of my career for over a decade, and I really did feel like that was my way of being a parent in the world, in a way, was being a teacher, an educator, a counselor, etc. I did a lot of different things, but and now I don't have a lot of like interaction with young people in my day-to-day. I mean, I work with college students, mostly like graduate students and stuff like that, but so some of them are older than me, but I definitely miss having young people and youth in my life. But we do have a nephew who's wild, and I love him, and so I get to be a guardian for him at times too. But this is just so sweet and so precious, and once again, I think this was kind of like not really on most people's radars. Like, I didn't see a lot about this stack, but I think that it is just a beautiful little gem, and I'm very excited to work with it. Sorry, I have my phone plugged into the charger and I keep smacking the cord with my hand, but it's just so cute, so sweet, beautiful little color palette, beautiful backs, and I'm very excited to get to know it. This is the Little Witches Oracle. Another mass market publication that I feel like isn't really shown or talked about a lot is the Heart Path Oracle by Nadine Gordon-Taylor. This is a stunningly beautiful deck. I only heard about it because I saw it on the shelves at Barnes & Noble like many times, and I was always really curious about it, and I finally decided to give it a try this year. It's a really large box, which, you know, is not really my favorite thing, but it accommodates very large cards, so it's fine in this case. These are the backs, and I find this artwork to be just like so beautiful. I definitely think this is one of the most beautiful decks in my collection. I've been meaning to do that video. So before I get started, I think that Nadine Gordon-Taylor, like, I think this is all channeled artwork. Sure. Yeah. I'm not sure. I might have made that up, but It's very beautiful, and it's very, very potent. Like, for example, looping the cycle of life and death, honor, bless, and release the past. Like, it's definitely a card. These cards are definitely ones that they go deep. It's not like a quick message. It's something that needs to be sat with for sure. Breaking down your constructs, embrace new opportunities. Look at this, beautiful. This is one from the box. Balancing polarities. Landscapes again, for all my landscape, all of you that don't mind landscapes, all three of you. No, I'm just kidding. Awakening Gaia and her gentle souls. That's so freaking beautiful. Mindfulness. The one thing that I think, you know, is interesting is like some of the artwork fills up the card, and then like this one, it doesn't fill up the card, and there's like quite a hefty border, and then like this one doesn't really fill. I don't know, it's kind of interesting the way that it's composed, but also I just don't care that much. I know it will probably bother some people though, but I just appreciate this gorgeous art. Look at this Luna moth right here. Imagination creates reality. Like, this is stunning, and those who know me know that I adore animal decks, and this feels like a very elevated kind of way to work with animal energy on a very like spiritual level. Look at this. I bow to you. Wow. And there's like skyscrapers up here with a buffalo and maybe some bobcats down below. Not sure. But I just think these, this is one of those decks where I'm just like, AI could never, like, AI could never. Look at this. This is like beautiful. This is made with so much love. This came from someone's soul. This took a lot of work, and yeah, AI could never replicate something like this, in my opinion. Melody of Thought. Yeah, really thought-provoking, really deep, really powerful messages here. Like, look at these little guys. They're so freaking cute. Genesis, the birth of consciousness. Like, holy shit, it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. This is the Heart Path Oracle. Okay, so this next deck is a really cute little oracle deck that is handmade from someone on Etsy, and it's called the Irreverent Oracle by Krista Cuellar. And here it comes with a little mini zine that has the block prints, some of the block prints from the deck, and you can see this artwork is just so fabulous. These are large cards, and it's a smaller oracle deck, but it is handmade, I believe. Let's make sure. Look at the guidebook. The guidebook is like glued in. It's like handmade and handwritten and copied from 2019. Like, look how cool this is. This feels like so punk rock to me, and I love it so much. It also is like reminds me of my own handwriting. But yeah, I think there's only like 20 something cards. Let's see, 22 cards. So it's a little guy, but it's a beautiful guy. These are the backs. Oh wait, no, that's not the back. That's the front. These are the backs. These beautiful roses, block printed. And let's see, these are gonna be a little tricky to fit. Mine's still in order because I haven't used it yet. We have a beetle, snakes, a beetle, a bat. We have some landscape cards, a snail, a crow or a raven. We have like a pig or a boar, maybe a javelina, a mantis, praying mantis. And I just thought that it was super cool and super punk rock, and you can just tell it was made with a lot of love, and it just feels like something very, very special. I was hoping to pair this with the Brady Tarot. I had ordered, you know, I had backed the most recent edition on Kickstarter, but not sure if we're ever going to receive that deck, to be honest with you. I really, really hope that we do. I have hope, but it's been a journey. I'll just say that. It's been a journey. So wishing the best to that creator and hope that they're okay. We'll see if it ever shows up. I'll be really grateful if it does, because I think that would be a really cool pairing with this kind of like block print style. Like, I think it would fit really well. But anyways, that is the Irreverent Oracle. Okay, the last deck I'm going to show you that I'm excited to work with in 2026 is a unicorn deck purchase. It's an out of print deck that I got on eBay. So if you are someone that does not like to see out of print decks because of the FOMO is too real, go ahead and click off. I do not mind. But if you're down to see it, I personally love to see out of print decks. I finally got my hands on the H.O.M.E Oracle. This is adorable. If you weren't able to get this one, then I know this artist has another deck that's out right now. I don't remember what it's called, but it looks cute and a very similar kind of vibe and style. I think they may have a couple decks, but this is by Crew Chai. And I have always been really obsessed with this deck and have wanted it for a long time. This is the backs. I usually don't like writing on the backs, but I'm okay with it here because it's honestly so cute. It says home. And I find this artwork to be just so whimsical and so lovely. This is like I've played with a few, but I haven't used it, but I have played with some pairs. And this is like one of those decks that kind of pairs with anything. Like, you can pair it with so much. But I just love this artwork. I love the detail. I love the texture. I love the gold. There's like gold throughout that I find really stunning and really beautiful. It feels like a storybook world. It feels like a deck I want to live inside. It feels cozy. It feels curious. And it feels really sweet and supportive. So I'm really happy I finally got my grubby little mitts on this guy. And I'm really excited to work with it in this upcoming year and get to know it, because it really is a special. I love this little monkey. I'm dying. So precious. All right, let's get one more. And we will leave it at that. So wow, that video ended up being like way longer than I intended because I was yapping up a storm. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for being here. I'm looking forward to hopefully being a little more present in this space in 2026, as well as on my tarot Instagram. So go ahead and give me a follow. It's just at lucidmoons, all one word, over on Instagram. And yeah, thank you guys. I hope that no matter where you are and no matter who you are, the rest of your day is filled with so much magic and so much joy. Bye.